As you all know, CIE is able to produce components in each and every technology. Our positioning is therefore based on multiple technologies and makes us stand out for our customers. In each of the technologies, we have an overall technological vision, but we adapt the specific strategy to the different geographical areas depending on the situation of the different markets. Now we're going to look at the future of all of them, with some of the people responsible for our technological areas: Aitor, Justino, Ander, Fernando, Oscar, José Luis, Alex and Manoj. With the acquisition of the Inteva Roof System division in 2019, currently named CIE Gold, and its integration with CIE ACS, CIE Automotive became the third largest player worldwide in this market niche. Globally, the division has two main objectives: growth and reducing costs. There are two paths to growth: development of roofs with different customers and geographical regions, and development of ACS products such as luggage covers or the flush door with Gold's existing customers. Let's look at the world's biggest market, China. In this geographical area, the division has 9 plants. At these, and in Asia in general, the major challenges facing us involve: for achieving growth, working on developing a low-cost roof to be able to compete with local players, attracting new OEM projects from new Western or local OEMs with the goal of broadening our customer portfolio, which is not currently highly diversified, promoting products in addition to the roofs that ACS had with Gold customers, such as flush door or luggage cover systems, and finally, developing the Indian market, either with a greenfield approach or from China, as is done at the moment. For reducing costs, streamlining the CIE Gold Wuhan and CIE AC Wuhan plants, striving for structural and operating synergies, and vertically integrating glass encapsulation with the goal of reducing procurement costs and being able to access a greater number of suppliers. Now let's move to the European market, a continent where we have 5 plants which are facing considerable challenges, linked above all to reducing costs. The main challenges are reorganizing the Lothorna plant in Slovakia and optimizing it from the production flow perspective, completing the closure of the former Gifhorn factory in Germany, successfully industrializing new projects for premium German customers at the Oradea plant in Romania, and changing the current ERP through the implementation of SAP in order to unify it with the rest of CIE Automotive. And finally, promoting products in addition to the roofs that ACS had with Gold customers, such as flush door or luggage cover systems. Finally, let's move to North America, a continent where the main goal is growth, and where we have plants in Mexico and the United States. Plants where we have the following targets: securing substitutes for key projects for the Puebla plant due to their high volume, successfully industrializing the new project for American customers at the Auburn Hills plant, securing projects from new OEMs in roofing to grow our division in North America, as well as to boost cross-selling between products in ACS and Gold customers. And finally, changing the current ERPs to unify it with the rest of the systems of the CIE Automotive Group. With all these ambitious challenges ahead of us, we can confidently state that Roof Systems is a division with a great future, both due to its high value generation potential, thanks to the increase in billing and the gains in profitability, and due to its presence in one of the segments with the biggest projected growth in the comfort environment. Thank you very much for listening. The CIE Automotive Group is one of the most important players in the forging world, thanks to the 17 plants located around Europe, India, America and China. At a European level, the forging division has 6 plants in Spain, Germany and Lithuania, all of which fall under the umbrella of our listed company MCIE. The challenges in Europe focused on the following: developing new forged components for electric cars, investing and developing aluminium forging, growing through horizontal press projects that enable us to gain market share in driveline, developing competitive solutions for machining of forged parts, and finally, streamlining and resizing the German forgings. In India, we have 7 plants, located mainly in Pune and Bangalore. These plants have a major development project ahead of them and are facing the following challenges: increasing capacity through the construction of a new plant in Coimbatore, the launch of a new line for machining crankshafts for local customers, extending forging capacity with a new semi-hot forging press for driveline components at Pune, and finally, successfully industrializing the new projects secured in the last year. If we move to the American continent, in the north we have our 2 Mexican plants, Forjas de Celaya and Bilforge, and to the south, the Auto Forjas plant in Brazil. Our goals are threefold. First, expanding the current Bilforge plant in Mexico to industrialize the new projects obtained and continue to develop the plant. Secondly, executing the launch of new products for various customers, OEMs and Tier 1s. And thirdly, successfully starting up the new line of transfer forging for driveline products in Brazil. Finally, regarding the presence of our forging in China, we have the Nanjing plant, the result of the joint venture with the Donghua Group. Here we expect the following: to define and implement the relocation plan agreed upon with the Chinese government, develop and implement new products and processes along with European forging, and continue to implement the automation of the forging lines, developing the piece-to-piece flow efficiently. In short, with these challenges in mind, we're convinced that forging is the technology which can most benefit from consolidating players, while it evolves towards new products which will be implemented in the future mix of vehicles. Thanks to you all for devoting a few minutes to the forging division. The CIE Automotive Group has plants devoted to manufacturing machine parts in Europe, America and India. It also has limited activity in China at one of our multi-technology plants. At our 17 European plants, located in Spain, France, Italy, the Czech Republic and Slovakia, the future is setting us the following challenges: increasing added value and the complexity of our products as a differentiation strategy, developing components for electric and hybrid vehicles, for example, electric engine rotors, ground gears and differential gearboxes, and consolidating our leadership in Europe in chassis parts by focusing on competitiveness and internal efficiency. Let's travel now to the American continent. In this region we have 3 plants in Mexico, 4 in the United States and 3 in Brazil. The goals set for these plants are to continue developing the business and diversifying the current customer base, to attract products with higher added value, especially for electric or hybrid vehicles, to develop the transmission and driveline components business, as well as to hold our strong position as a strategic and preferred supplier for chassis products, and finally to improve improve competitiveness by optimizing production equipment and automating or digitalizing industrial processes. Lastly, if we shift to our 2 plants in India, we find that our greatest challenges involve the following: successfully handling major growth in the business by extending the current plants and investing in new machinery, making the most of the context of locating in India imports from other countries, especially from China, and increasing the export business, mainly to the American market. In short, as you've been able to see, we're focusing the machining technology towards components with higher added value and complexity. We therefore expect to grow significantly, boosted by our extraordinary knowledge of the technology, our strong global positioning, and our efficient business model. Thank you very much. The CIE Automotive Group produces parts using aluminium die casting technology and has a total of 10 plants located in Europe, India, North America and Brazil. I'm now going to explain the biggest challenges we're facing in each of these places. Let's start with Europe. In this area we have a total of 5 production plants, 3 in Spain, 1 in Romania and 1 in Russia. Our main challenges involve the launch of a greenfield for high-pressure die casting machines of over 2,000 tons at the Al casting plant in Spain. Taking advantage of the sound financial and technological position at CIE Automotive to develop our production capacity and act as a vehicle for consolidating the sector in Europe. Focusing on securing new projects for electric and hybrid vehicles and diversifying our customer portfolio by focusing on high added value machined components. Now let's go to India. We have the plants belonging to EEL, which we acquired in 2019. These plants are located in Aurangabad, Pune and Pantnagar and are devoted mainly to 2-wheeler components. In this geographical area we have several challenges. Rolling out production at the new aluminium die casting plant built at Aurangabad, transferring CIE's technology and know-how to increase internal efficiency and product quality. And finally, attract new customers and develop new high-added value products for the passenger vehicle sector, 4-wheelers. As for our presence in North America, we concentrate manufacturing of aluminium parts in Mexico at the company CIE Celaya, where we have 2 major challenges. On the one hand, industrializing and starting up production of an important new project for a Tier 1, and on the other hand, continuing the plant's growth and development plan, maintaining and improving operating and economic ratios. Lastly, in Brazil, we have a plant devoted to aluminium die casting, which is facing the following challenges: manufacturing aluminium components for steering systems, as well as added value aluminium products for engines and transmissions. Also, we have to carry out the automation and digitalization of our main industrial processes. With these objectives in mind, globally, from the aluminium division at CIE Automotive, we focus on growth and diversification of the customer portfolio. In this way, we'll continue contributing to this great common project through a technology which is a clear winner among the new trends in the automotive industry, thereby contributing to the lightening of vehicles and actively participating in the new hybrid and electric propulsion trends. Thank you very much. The CIE Automotive Group is devoted to manufacturing stamped parts and tube forming in North America, Europe, India, Brazil and China. The 5 stamping plants in Mexico are a worldwide benchmark because of their excellence and efficiency. These production centers have various challenges that lie before them for the next few years, which include the construction of 2 greenfield sites, one for stamping and assembly and one for painting, with the goal of covering the need for additional capacity. Increasing capacity at Celaya with transfer and progressive presses, as well as increasing investments in tubes for steering systems. Leveraging the opportunity to secure parts for electric vehicles with Tier 1 customers and for roofs. Growth in battery and body-in-white parts in electric car platforms. And introducing new products, transmission, engine, suspension and electronic components. Now let's look at Europe, where we have 5 plants, 3 in Spain and 2 in the Czech Republic. The objectives for these plants in the next few years are leveraging the Mexican team's expertise to improve the European plants, successfully launching the new Servo 2000T transfer press, developing new products in the electrified car segment, and industrializing already secured projects for new players. If we focus on India, where, under the umbrella of our listed Indian subsidiary, we have 5 metal stamping plants, we expect to do the following: build a new plant in Hosur for fuel rails, execute layout, reorganization and automation of the line of presses at Khan and Nashik, continue internal efficiency gains for the business, and launch the new project secured with local OEMs. Now, in Brazil, we have 4 plants, and our main challenges involve installing a 1,600-ton transfer press and putting it into operation in Nakayone, replacing Ford sales with new projects and customers which are obtaining their market share, and expanding the product portfolio with traditional OEMs in the Brazilian market. Lastly, let's focus on our plant in China, where we want to do the following: activate the fuel rail business, attract new customers for steering systems backed by our R&D capacity, and obtain new electric vehicle projects. So we've looked at the plans for the next few years using the technology that it all began with. One of the icons of flexibility and adaptation at CIE Automotive. The technology we started off with, and which today is one of the great examples of the transition towards electrification in our company. Thank you very much. CIE Automotive has 14 plants for plastic technology located in North America, Brazil and Europe, as well as a composites division with plants in India and the United States. Our plastics technology plants are facing many challenges depending on their geographical location. I'll now give a brief explanation of the most significant ones. In North America, CIE Automotive is facing several challenges. Developing a painting line at CIE Plásticos Mexico, diversifying the customers at CIE USA, becoming the market leader in Michigan in the load floor segment, transforming CIE USA into a full-service supplier, and developing new product segments, headlines, door panels, etc. Let's go to Brazil now. In this market, we have 5 plants which have several challenges ahead of them, which include developing products which contribute greater added value to CIE Diadema, opening up to Asian customers located in areas such as Gran São Paulo, securing a larger number of chrome-plated parts, extending dual injection lines as we're experiencing higher market demand for parts with internal and external coatings. And lastly, we also want to introduce electrostatic painting technology in our body color lines. If we move to the plastics division in Europe, we have plants in Spain, Portugal, the Czech Republic and Morocco. At these plants, we're seeking to do the following: attract new customers and optimize production capacity at CIE Plasfil in Portugal, to secure transfer projects in Morocco, and introduce new products at the OEMs we are currently working with, and thus broaden the portfolio and consolidate the reorganization that was carried out at CIE Plasti in the Czech Republic. And finally, at Composites India, we want to develop the business, especially for electric vehicles, start up the new composites plant in Cannes, and consolidate improvements in internal efficiency. With these challenges on the table, and despite the lower relative weight at CIE Automotive of Plastics Technology, we want to continue on the path to growth and higher profitability, undoubtedly an important contribution of future value.
CIE Automotive operates iron casting technology plants in India and Brazil, mainly focused on commercial vehicles and off-road vehicle segments. In India, MCIE's iron casting division is upgrading its development capabilities, improving internal efficiency and growing the business through market consolidation. These are the main targets. 1. Start up the new casting molding line, expand our machining facilities to increase added value offered to our customers, launch the new export programs for global OEMs. In Brazil, we have foundry plants oriented to heavy vehicles. Our aim there is to grow along with European customers to double our market share, diversify our target market towards North America with the objective that exports will account for more than 20% of our sales, consolidate the industrialization of new projects for German customers, and install 4 robotized machining cells in addition to automated painting process. Despite being the division with the smallest relative weight in CIE Automotive today, the iron casting has a strong position in emerging markets, markets with high growth potential and which are expected to contribute significantly to the company's future. Thanks for your attention.